We begin tonight with the story of a 10th birthday party. It is a story that's gone global after the child's mother told Fairfax and NZME that her daughter, who suffered from epilepsy, had been severely bullied and nobody in her class wanted to come to her birthday party. A Facebook page was set up in support of the little girl, and presents, money and messages of support came in from New Zealand and overseas. One question that didn't seem to have been answered was, what was the school doing to deal with such terrible bullying? Checkpoint wanted to ask the girls' school, and as Bridget Burke reports, there are no outstanding bullying issues at the school, and at the school anyway, no invitations were ever sent out.
Rachel says she set up a Facebook page calling for messages of support for the 9-year-old girl after hearing her entire class had turned down an invitation to come to her 10th birthday party. She said she was upset to hear the child had been bullied and called a retard by her school friends. The Facebook page has grown to more than 5,000 followers. Over the past week, hundreds of children have sent birthday video messages. An Indian couple posted a photo of themselves wishing her happy birthday on behalf of 1.3 billion Indians, and an Auckland classroom sent personal messages of support from every child. On the Facebook page, the child's mother, Tony Ann, or Liz as she's also known, posted her bank account details calling for cash donations. And Rachel says the cash and presents flooded in. Maybe over 500, but I'm not sure. A lot of money, donations. I know there's most likely money in birthday cards. The popularity of the Facebook post gave Tony Ann the idea of holding a surprise party for her daughter on Sunday. A hall was donated, a hairdresser, a ferry and security guards volunteered their services, and a tablet, a plane ride and Ed Sheeran tickets were donated. But Rachel says she discovered this morning the child's mother made the story up. No invitations were sent for a party and she wasn't called a retard. Stacey Williams spent hours making a multi-tiered musical themed cake with a replica of the child sitting on top holding a love heart and a number 10.
I really hope that's not the case, but at the end of the day, you know, paper trails, they are the way to go, you know, and social media is basically another way of paper trailing things. So if Mum is if she is misleading people, that would be a huge shame, and I really, really hope that this doesn't impact.
Tina's child goes to the same school as the birthday girl.
I said to my daughter, is a bully? And she said, no. I said, well, does get bullied? Because my daughter's quite an outspoken little girl. She sticks up for anybody, you know, if she knows they've been picked on, things like that. She's been taught about bullying and stuff, and she knows. And she said, no. She said, no one bullies her. I just think it's just gone a bit overboard. I mean, I've seen it where people have donated 150, you know, and it's probably gotten to the thousands of dollars where they've donated money.
Rachel, who instigated the Facebook post, says she's gutted and feels terrible about the situation.
It's nothing to do with she doesn't even know about the party at the moment. She doesn't know about the gifts. She doesn't know about the presents. She doesn't know that the party's even happening. Like, the worst bit for me is that when people find out about this, like, I think there's nearly 5,000 on. This is going to make everybody lose their faith in anybody. But to me, that's the most heartbreaking part. All these kids, I hope people don't tell their kids so, but all these adults that have donated presents from all over the world, I mean, it's hard to trust anyone these days anyway, but this is just going to ruin, like, everyone's faith in everyone, and especially what I don't want it to affect is people trying to fight bullying, because that's a true story. Like, there's kids every day getting bullied. You just see on the net people dying from being bullied, and gosh, now when people say they're getting bullied, you know, I hope people still believe them. I just think people all over the world are going to be affected by this. Like, so many people. I've had people that only had a small amount of money and have donated.
Wanganui woman Mary says she's known the child and her mother for 6 years. She says she's had concerns about the safety of the child and her home environment.
I feel very sorry for the school and the rest of the kids at school that was dealt with. It was one little isolated incident. She actually hasn't been bullied at the school. There was one incident that school thought they had resolved, but Liz will be trying to make as much of a earn out of it as possible.
Mary says children in the girls' class also had concerns about the child's home environment and for that reason had politely declined previous party invitations to the child's house.
They sent the little girl with a note to say, look, thank you very much, but I've got another thing on and that was prior to this and I'm unable to attend, and she took a present.
Checkpoint has chosen not to name the child's school. The head of the Board of Trustees said he could not speak to the child's personal situation for privacy reasons, but the school did not condone bullying.
The board does have a robust bullying policy in line with the latest recommendations of the Ministry of Education and uses bullying prevention and response, a guide for schools, as our guide to develop this policy. And these values are both pro-social and academic. Our values are manaakitanga, always being respectful, haumarutanga, always being responsible, and akonga, always being a learner. Our school is an enthusiastic, positive behaviour for learning school, and we proactively teach and reward pro-social skills. We seek to ensure the hauora and well-being of all of our students is developed and maintained, and when issues do occur, the school follows up all concerns and uses a restorative process. The school will be participating in the National Pink Shirt Day on the 26th of May, and the focus being taught and rewarded is to be an upstander, being able to stand up for yourself or a friend, and being able to seek help when you need it.
The child's mother, Tony Ann, or Liz, declined repeated requests to be interviewed today. In the meantime, Stacey Williams says she's still expecting Tony Ann to pick up the cake.
At the end of the day, you know, that little girl still deserves something. So that's okay with me.
For Checkpoint, Bridget Burke.
Well, our Taranaki Whanganui reporter Robin Martin has just visited Tony Ann's home. Here's what happened.
Yeah, howdy, it's Robin Martin here from Radio New Zealand News.
Sorry.
I beg your pardon, I didn't...
No, not interviews, thank you. Hello?
We want to talk to you about what's happened with the gifts and the money and what's happening with the party.
Speak to us about it. We've got another one on Monday, so no more, thanks. We've had enough drama on Facebook from other people.
So what's happening? You want to...
You can see our Facebook yourself and you'll see it on the paper on Monday. Thank you.
Do you want to tell us your side of the story?
I will be on Monday.
It's Robin Martin.